the first thing is how to choose the strike prices and then how to actually make the trade. So for strike prices, I really like to pair this butterfly strategy with GEX levels. So what is GEX? GEX is basically gamma exposure. This is a ninja level strategy that most people have no idea exists. Basically, what we do is gamma is a Greek in options, where if the price is moving towards a certain direction, based on the changes in gamma, the notional exposure to the number of shares is going to increase. For example, let's say I have a trade where the gamma is 10, and for every 10-point move, that means the delta is going to increase by 10. So to hedge that, the market makers who are underwriting those options, they need to hedge their downside by buying or selling shares at those certain prices. So based off on that, we can look in the market, okay, where at what strikes the gamma exposure is. And based on that, we can expect the price of that stock or that ETF to gravitate towards the strikes where there is the lowest negative gamma. So a GEX chart typically looks like this. This is for 0 DTE. Now here, when you see these green bars, you can basically think of this as resistance. The biggest green bars you see here, they are basically the like resistance. The price is going to be repelled from here. And the longest red bars you see here, these are basically the magnets. They are going to pull the price towards them. So, and the closer you are to the expiry, the more accurate it is going to be. If you look at it in the morning, it can be hit or miss. By sometimes in the afternoon, it can become more clear. Now, over here, on Friday, we were seeing a lot of mixed signals here, actually. There are a lot of distribution among a lot of different strikes. So it wasn't like actually too clear, but still uh, at 58.10 and 58.05, it was highest. So, and this is where the price ended, right in between the middle of two, 58.08. And these are changing actually throughout the day, right? So on, let's say, for example, on Friday in the morning, at some point it was even at like 58.70, right? When the market was going higher in the market, there was even like a gamma flow towards 58.70 strike. And but later on, throughout the day, this became lower, this became lower, and it increased here. So when I look at this, I'm not really just looking at the absolute exposure, because that can be a lagging indicator. What I'm looking at is the changes in gamma. So if I see that the gamma is decreasing here and it is increasing here over time, that means I anticipate that the price is going to come here. It does not really mean that the price is going to close at this strike, but it means that for the next hour or so, the price is going to gravitate towards the strike. Now, if you are looking at in the afternoon at like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., the next couple of hours is basically at the close of market. So at that point, if I'm able to get this like on spot, I can have a big win with butterfly strategy. So now to look at that, basically you go in here, there is a tool called query bot in AI tools. You just go here and type this command tr-gexz spx, or you can type spx triple q iwm. It supports only the ETFs with 0 DT expiry, not everything. So you can look at it for SPX and triple Q. Now, if you look here, this is from Friday, so the exposure is here. But if you look at triple Q, the exposure was at 497. That was actually more clear. So let's see where the, yeah. So this ended at 495.32. So it's not going to be like completely accurate, but it is going to be somewhere in that ballpark. So if with butterfly strategy, if we land somewhere in that ballpark, we can still have a big win. So now to monitor that, okay, how the gamma is changing throughout the day, you basically go with the same command, tr-gexz, but in the end, you add this T flag. So when you type T, then it will give you a chart like this. So like I said, the changes gamma are more important than the absolute gamma. So if I'm going with this, we want to see, okay, which are the lines which are coming down sharply, right? So if we go here, there are this red line, like in the afternoon after 12, this red line started to come down sharply. This yellow line also started, and then this teal light started to come down sharply after 2 p.m. So this is 2 p.m., about the time where we entered the trade. So from there, you look at, okay, what are these blue and yellow lines? This is 5810 and 5805 strikes. So if they are dropping sharply, that means in the next 1 to 2 hours, the price is going to gravitate towards these strikes. And if we look at, okay, where it was in the morning, around noontime, it was going towards like 5820. So you see this red line coming here. And in the morning, this 50, like at 10 a.m., this purple line was coming down, which was 5870. So let's look at SPX chart, how it did over throughout the day, and if this matches with that. Right. So in the morning, you see SPX went from here to like 5863. It did not exactly hit 5870, but it got close to it. And after that, it started to come down. And as the gamma level predicted, it came down to this point. Now, if I also want to see some confluence. If I see that, okay, this is also coming down and this is also aligning, they are exactly at the same level. And if there is like, if there weren't too many other red bars and it was like really outstanding here, then that would be higher confidence. So based on that, we can decide, okay, where the price is going to gravitate towards. And then I can pick my strike based on this. Now, it is not going to be 100% accurate. Nothing in the world is 100% accurate. But even if this is 60-70% accurate, that is still amazing considering I have asymmetric upside. If I make 10 trades and I win 5 out of those trades that make, let's say, $150 on average profit, then my net profit from that is 1500. And now if I lose 5 trades where I lose $100 each, then I lose $500. So even after that, my net profit is still over $1,000. So you basically have to let the long-term probabilities play out.